Hey, what's up everyone? It's JR here again at Holy Faith TV. I wanted to come on tonight and talk about some of the pictures that I've posted, or memes, whatever you'd like to call them, on Facebook recently, and the reaction that I've gotten to them. So recently I've been doing a little bit of market research, let's say, and I've been posting some pictures. For example, I posted one which showed a traditional Latin Mass, and I believe it's from a Candlemas, and it is at one extreme, obviously, of the traditional Latin Mass, and then on the other end, I posted a picture in the same post of liturgical dance at a Novus Ordo Mass. Then the next day, I posted just a picture of Archbishop Lefebvre, and I just put a question at the top: schismatic or saint? And then I made a couple posts since then, but the entire reason that I was doing it was basically as market research, to see what issues it is that Catholics care most about and are most engaged in and most passionate about. Because as I reached episode number 30 of Catholic in a Car, I decided that I wanted to not only post about topics that I'm interested in, but I wanted to make sure that I'm posting about topics that people care about and people are engaged in. And certainly it definitely worked, because I got a lot of feedback, and there's a lot of comments, in some cases over 250 comments on the Archbishop Lefebvre post. And it really shows that Archbishop Lefebvre is a controversial figure in the Catholic world. You have people on one extreme who think that he was almost the reincarnation of Satan, and then on the other hand you have people that will defend him until the dying breath. And what it showed me is that Archbishop Lefebvre made an impact during his time unlike almost anybody else. You post a picture of John Paul II or Benedict XVI, or pick any other cardinal or Pope Paul VI, anybody like that, and Archbishop Lefebvre actually gets more of a reaction than any of those other people that I just mentioned. Now, I have my own opinions on Archbishop Lefebvre, and I'm sure everybody watching has their own opinions as well. But one thing I think we all have to agree on, and I think it's unfair if anybody says otherwise, is that without Archbishop Lefebvre, most of, and the majority of Latin Masses today, Tridentine Masses, would just simply not exist without Archbishop Lefebvre doing what he did, establishing the Society of St. Pius X, and then arguably without consecrating the 4 bishops in 1988. That part is undeniable in my opinion, because without him you simply don't have the traditional movement. Rome was trying to suppress it in any which way they could, and to reach a compromise, they reached certain accords where they allowed priests to say exclusively the Latin Mass, or at least to have it as a charism, as their predominant charism. So I think for that, regardless of which side of the spectrum you fall on, we have to thank Archbishop Lefebvre. And I know obviously some of you have a very low opinion of the Archbishop, and some of you have a very high opinion of the Archbishop, and there would be some out there that even would consider him a saint, even though obviously he hasn't been formally canonized. But I want everybody, I like to remove the emotion from what I think and what I feel. And regardless of which side of the spectrum I fall on, I want to make sure that I'm aligning myself with the facts and not just simply with my subjective feelings on the subject. So I've attended Society of St. Pius X Masses in the past, sporadically, and I would again today. I don't normally, mostly because of the fact that I don't live near a SSPX chapel, but I would in theory. That's all for now. I want people to stop and think about the impact that Archbishop Lefebvre had. And obviously somebody can have an impact, but in a negative sense. But from a standpoint of tradition, Archbishop Lefebvre had a very positive impact in the Catholic world, and in a major way is responsible for the vestiges of tradition that are still left in the church today.